Okay, I think I'm actually going to try and share the screen and I'm recording. Oh, and my hello everyone. Okay, I'm back. This is the third time I'm trying to do the intro to Ningxia class today. You know what? I'm not going to give up because when in doubt, you try the next method. Guess who's helping me figure this out? My son. He said, "Mom, this is what you do. You can record the screen and there's this cute little video in the corner. So I'm going to try this way and see if this works. I'm going to try and put it on Facebook in the Facebook group, Joyfully Energized. So hopefully this works. Here goes nothing. Worst case scenario, I practice again, and then by the fourth time or whatever, it'll be amazing. So basically, this is a class related to Young Living essential oils, and it's a basic class, basic 103, pertinent particularly to the Ningxia Red supplement. So I'm going to get started with you right now. I'm so excited. I'm just excited to learn new things. There's always something else to learn. And during this time, I'm going to explain to you what Ningxia is. Maybe you've never heard of it before. Share a little bit of my personal story with Ningxia Red. Then I'm going to share what it does. We're going to explain a little bit of the science, why it works, give you 7 reasons, quick reasons why it works. I'm going to share the wolfberry test, odd ways to use Ningxia. Need a little bit of weird in everything, right? Ningxia shots from corporate, some little recipes that if you're curious about how to try different things using Ningxia, the starter kit and essential rewards, and then wrapping up, giving you a challenge, a 30-day Ningxia challenge, and who is ready to take that on. So, welcome to the Intro to Ningxia class. Thank you for just, listening to what it is, because sometimes you hear people talk about things they're excited about, and you're like, what's the big deal? Like, okay, whatever. There's so many energy drinks out there. I hear ya. There's a lot of stuff everywhere. So why this? Why not something else? Good question. I'm glad you asked. Hope by the end of this, you will know why. So we can tell you how it's changed our lives a little bit during this, and just explain the background of it. I hope that you would be interested in taking this as a daily supplement. It's simple, and you could do it. Anyone in the family could take it. What is it? It's not always about what you cut out of a diet. It's sometimes what you put into it too. If you could pick one Young Living supplement, it would be Ningxia. Actually, it's you might ask the question: can you just get what you need from your food? Well, not really, not anymore. The food that the Lord created when he made this earth is not the food that's being grown here right now. So food is repeatedly grown on the same land with pesticides and fertilizers. Scientists are creating new varieties of crops to grow faster and resist bugs. The plants don't have the time they need to absorb the same nutrients. The soil loses its vitamins, minerals, and microbes faster than they can be replaced. A Kushi Institute analysis of nutrient data from 1975 to 1997, that's just in 22 years, found the average calcium levels in 12 fresh vegetables dropped 27%, iron levels 30%, and vitamin C dropped 30%. You would have to eat 8 oranges today to get the same amount of vitamin A that your grandparents got. This is coming from the Scientific American. And maybe you can't get enough from plants, so you think, I'll make it up with meat. Well, guess what? When plants contain fewer nutrients, the animals that eat them are also malnourished. A study from the Journal of Nutrition and Health found that the copper levels in the United Kingdom are down 90% in dairy, 55% in meat, and 76% in vegetables. Water is also depleted of minerals because of the plants and modern production methods. Then there are town filtration systems. Many of them remove important minerals like magnesium, which is essential for 300 biochemical reactions in the body. They top it off by adding chlorine and fluoride. Beyond that, nutrient absorption declines with age. The older we get, the less we absorb. Nutrient deficiencies hurt your performance. They cause DNA damage, make you age faster, and cause chronic disease. That's why we need to supplement. What is Ningxia? Well, it's not your grandma's food, right? And we just said you can't make up your nutrients with other foods because of the quality of soil, because of just things are different today. So what is Ningxia? Let's get to that. It's a whole Ningxia wolfberry puree. If you leave your Ningxia on the counter for a few minutes, you'll notice it divides into two colors. The color on the bottom is the pureed fruit, and it's about half to a third of the bottle, and then the color on the top is the juice. By using the entire plant and not just its juice, you now have a whole supplement food, and that's much more powerful. Good news. Ningxia wolfberries grow in the Ningxia River Valley in China. On top of that, the juice is blended with blueberry, aronia, cherry, pomegranate, and plum juices. Natural stevia extract, grapeseed extract, pure vanilla extract, and orange, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine essential oils. It is the only nutrient drink on the market that combines whole Chinese wolfberries and pure therapeutic essential oils into a single beverage. There are at least 80 species of Lycium worldwide. Let me just see here. Of Lycium worldwide. Okay, sorry, I gotta go back to my script. What was I reading to make sure I say it correctly? Okay. Where was I? Okay, but only barbarum shows the highest nutrient levels in scientific testing. The Ningxia region holds the gold certificate, China's equivalent of the USDA's organic certification. It is grown with no fertilizers, no pesticides, no sulfur, no irradiation, no dyes, and no heavy metals of lead, arsen, mercury, or cadmium in the soil. The Ningxia region's irrigation water comes from the Yellow River, which is upstream from all the pollutants of the major cities. The Yellow River floods the Ningxia plants with a layer of minerals and silt every year. The farms in Ningxia are in a semi-arid region with plenty of sunlight and a high temperature difference between night and day. Think of the sap running in maple trees. Temperature differences are good for the liquids in plants. They keep them moving. The elevation is just right for the plant to be most productive. Any other place in the world would not have the same ecological condition of the pH of water or the nutrients in the soil, silt from the river. The conditions have earned Ningxia the distinction of being China's recognized herbal medicine valley. Ningxia has high nutritional content and natural organic sugar, the sugar that allows your cells to talk. Ningxia is China's only medicinal wolfberry production base. The Lycium barbarum variety of the wolfberry is superior in vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants more than any other food. This is why the Ningxia wolfberry is the best wolfberry in the world. If you want to be happy for an hour, go take a nap. If you want to be happy for a day, go fishing. If you want to be happy for a lifetime, help people. So that's why I'm teaching about Ningxia right now, because I believe in helping people. I believe in helping you. So let me tell you our personal experience with Ningxia. When we started with Young Living, that was not the first product we used, but as we continued getting into getting into the Young Living, or being around people or hearing a little bit more, like the education of some of the products, Ningxia was a sample in the Young Living Premium Starter Kit, and then some of my friends had wonderful testimonies of how that helped them. And so I'm a teacher and get up early, need energy through the day, and I like to be doing things and not just sitting around doing nothing anyways. But I have a son too, and getting out the door is not, let's just say that it never hurts to have a little more extra energy. If you have a child that's not like a morning person, I just get excited to take it too. But anyways, so we started taking it, and I think it was maybe about a year ago that it was more of a consistent thing in our daily routine. And so I would give my son a choice to either have the Ningxia in the morning before going out the door, or I could stick, if I got the little sachet, which is a small 2-ounce amount of Ningxia, that's like the daily serving, or otherwise I'd stick it in his lunch, and he could choose to have it at break time, snack break time, or lunchtime. And I let him have that choice. And sometimes we'll have it in the afternoon. I'm not gonna lie, I had a second dose today right before this one, because just wanted that little extra boost anyways. So that's our personal story. And to tell you again, it does provide energy. And there's no letdown after taking it. It's not like the caffeine high and low. And one of the things I remember this past March with the pandemic and all that craziness, we didn't, we weren't worried about it at the time, but we brought these little packets, several of them extra. And you're waiting in the airport, I like to have the travel ones for those types of things. Stick them in my purse, stick them in a bag or wherever you're going. And instead of paying extra money for something that's chemical ridden or a ton of caffeine, I do like coffee. And it's not like I don't ever get coffee, but I don't drink it all the time, and I don't want to be too jittery about things. So it's nice to have a healthy alternative to something, and that's something that's also immune boosting. So that's kind of our personal take on the Ningxia thing. And my son likes it just because it tastes good. So that's always nice, because sometimes you have these great products, they do good things for you, but your kids hate the taste, and it's like, well, it's not working for anybody if he doesn't actually ingest it. So this, he loves it. So that's great. Okay, so the author of this manuscript that I'm sharing with you is Sarah Harnish, and she has voiced the first few pages of the Ningxia Wolfberry book that was by D. Gary Young, and he tells us what it took to bring Ningxia to Young Living. And there's a little audio that I want to share with you guys. Unfortunately, I'm not sure, you know what, I might be able to do it, but you know what, I just looked it up and I could not find it. So I apologize that that's still my homework. Okay, so we are going to go to it. Once Gary found the wolfberry, the Ningxia, it took him 7 years to get it past customs into the United States and get it formulated. So it started first as a berry young juice, just the juice. Then it was reformulated to include the peel and the flesh of the wolfberry fruit. The next section here in this talk, we're going to talk about, so I already mentioned the personal stories so far. Getting started, okay, kind of going in here. So this is Gary Young. He's the one that found the wolfberry, and then it, like we said, it took about 7 years to bring it into the U.S. from China and to formulate it. Started it off initially as that berry juice, then reformulated it to include the berry, the peel and the flesh of the wolfberry fruit. We are going to talk about the 7 reasons, the science behind why Ningxia works. There's 7 quick reasons. The first one, antioxidants. You hear that word, you know it's a good thing. You need it to stay healthy, prevent getting sick. It's not always about how many germs are out there. It's like, what are you doing to stay healthy, to prevent, to fend them off? 1 ounce of Ningxia Red is equivalent to 2 pounds of wolfberries. There are 17 or 18 species of wolfberry, but only the Ningxia wolfberry has the ability to deliver all the micro and macronutrients that are bioavailable to the cells of your body. Antioxidants play a huge role in aging, memory, arthritis, inflammation, and so much more. Oxygen radical absorbance capacity, or the acronym ORAC, O-R-A-C, is a method of measuring antioxidant capacities. Presently, the highest antioxidant in the ORAC scale is vitamin E, which comes between 800 and 1200, followed by blueberries, raspberries, pomegranates, etc. A combination of fruits together each around 3,000 on the ORAC. Now the ORAC score of Ningxia, guess what it might be? It is 27,300. That's amazing. Reason number 2, acid to alkaline. In your body, you have alkaline acid. What creates disease? Acid. It breeds virus, bacteria, cancer, fungus. When you keep your pH neutral, you inhibit the growth of disease. Everything we eat converts in the stomach, which has the pH of 2.5. Wolfberry goes into the stomach, starts to break down as acid, but the minute it hits the small intestine, it immediately converts back to alkaline. It's acid binding and alkaline forming. Only one other food does that, the lemon. Wolfberry is chemically structured to convert because of the amino acid trypsin, which is responsible for the conversion of amino acids in protein. Guess what Ningxia is? It's alkaline protein. It's the most perfect food that exists. The third reason, let's go to the next screen, free radicals. Where do free radicals come from? They come from the air, electromagnetic fields, the stuff we're eating, chocolate, and sugar. They are the army guys on the wrong side of the team. They wreak havoc. You outnumber the army with Ningxia. Your body does a good job at taking care of the oxidative stress, but one of the reasons we age, the reasons we get wrinkly, the reasons we feel tired, it's because of an excess of free radicals. Everything that is high in ORAC will flush your system really well. Your body gets quadrillions of free radical attacks each day, 10,000 attacks per cell per day. The body needs a leg up. Most other quote-unquote nutritional drinks do so little against superoxide, which is the worst free radical, because the drinks are so heavily processed. Gary worked for years to protect the berry all the way to the bottle, so you get the full benefits. The Ningxia wolfberry was saved during processing. That means it is a powerhouse designed to fight free radicals in the body. Reason number 4, vitamin-mineral pairs. Minerals have to be properly balanced. Too much calcium will result in a zinc deficiency. Too much zinc can suppress immunity and lead to anemia. Both the mineral profile and mineral balance of the Ningxia wolfberry is without equal in the plant kingdom. With magnesium to calcium ratios as 1:1, zinc to copper 2:1, and potassium to magnesium 8:1, it is exactly what the body needs in proportion. Reason number 5, it's a macronutrient. You're getting a whole food nutrition. It's coming from the plant, not a synthetic source. It's coming from a food-based source. That means it's easier for your body to process. You'll absorb more of what you're eating. It is also a liquid. If you did a digestive function test, 95 to 98% of us would come back with a weak or deficient digestive system because of medications, stress, and processed food. To get Ningxia in a liquid form means you absorb it faster and your body doesn't have to break it down. So remember, if you were in person with me and you would see the Ningxia bottle, you would see at the bottom half, there's going to be it's going to be a little bit darker because that's where the fruit part, the puree is, and the top part is going to be the juice. Okay. Reason number 6, it is infused with essential oils. What do essential oils in Ningxia actually act as a delivery system to the body? Because it's infused with Young Living therapeutic grade essential oils, it increases the absorption rate of the Ningxia. The tiny oils act as a delivery system for the larger molecules. Reason number 7, it is the right sugar and enzymes. Sugar is bad, right? Well, not all sugar. Ningxia has the right sugar to open the door to your cell. When our cell membranes are inflamed, oxidized, toxic, lacking in mitochondrial function to energize the receptors to open and close, we have no energy. Ningxia's sugars open the door to our cells so good information can get passed to them. It crosses the lipid layer of the cell and passes inside. Only 8 sugars on the earth can open the door. Ningxia has 4 out of the 8, naturally. Enzymes. By age 40, you start losing digestive enzymes in the gut. Ningxia is loaded with the right enzymes to help you break food down and get the nutrients out of what you eat. Feed your body exactly what it needs. Other important things about Ningxia. So it contains every essential amino acid. It contains 13%, the highest protein content of any fruit. It has trace minerals. It has naturally occurring vitamins B1, B6, and B12. B1, B6, and B2. B2 is the energy vitamin. It has more vitamin C than all the fruits and veggies on the earth, 148 milligrams. Parsley and spinach have 133 milligrams. Oranges have 50. It has more calcium than cherries and cruciferous veggies, and 110 milligrams and more beta carotene than carrots. It is loaded with fiber because of the skin of the berry that was preserved. Perhaps the best thing the wolfberry does for your body is what it does to cells. The cell membrane is made up of oils, fats, and phospholipids. There are proteins floating on a liquid and very flexible sea of fat. The proteins are like antennas that pick up messages from other cells. You know, the messengers that come into a cell, they have fancy names like insulin, thyroid enzymes, digestive enzymes, neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. They are messengers that do not work well until you attach the right sugars to them. You can see the power of nutrition. Fats, proteins, and sugars are needed. If you are eating the wrong sugar, you're rendering the whole structure of the cell membrane dysfunctional. If cell communication breaks down, your health breaks down. If you mess up the cell membrane, you need more insulin to get the job done. 40% of you are insulin resistant. If a man has a waist of more than 40 inches and a woman more than 35 inches, they're insulin resistant. To wrap all this science up in 2 sentences, the Ningxia wolfberry and good nutrition can impact your cell membrane. It corrects the pH of your blood so cellular communication can take place. It gives the mitochondria the energy it needs to open the gates of communication. It corrects inflammation in the cells by providing micronutrients. It has the right sugar to open the door. When you eat poorly, your cells get mucked up. That lipid layer gets sticky. Then the cells stack on top of one another like coins. Ningxia wipes that doorway clean and increases the surface area so that good information can get passed to the cells. Let's look at it play out on a microscope. Well, I have to look for that video, and that is homework as well. There's a couple videos that need to be posted afterwards. How long does it take to notice the benefits of the juice? So remember, the Ningxia wolfberry and good nutrition can impact the cell membrane. I should have put the screen up earlier. I apologize. Let's recap. If a man has a waist of more than 40 inches and a woman a waist of more than 35 inches, that tells us that they are insulin resistant. So if we were to try it out, obviously in person, we could make this happen. So let's schedule something and make it happen. You would have usually we have 2 to 4 ounces. We are going to take a 2-ounce shot right now. But before we do, let's take step 1. With the wolfberry test, we're going to do this. Take a few reference points. Let's see, like self-evaluate. What's your lung capacity like, your vision, your sense of energy, and how do you feel? Look around the room and assess the quality of your eyesight. Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling energized? Or somewhere in between? Then, step 2, take a large sip of the Ningxia Red and hold it in your mouth for 10 to 20 seconds. Under the tongue is best. Close your eyes and swallow. Step 3, take another good evaluation of how you feel. Usually, almost immediately, you'll feel a warmth through your body. You may feel tingling down to your toes. Take another deep breath. Are your lungs able to take in more air? Do you feel more awake? Are your sinuses more open? Ningxia has anti-inflammatory properties. Look around the room. Do things appear more vivid? Ningxia contains zeaxanthin and lutein, which basically act as natural sunscreen for the eyes. Okay, do you feel more calm and centered? Many say the wolfberry helps them relax. Do you feel more energized? Wolfberry juice helps improve circulation. Now, the next part I'm going to share, before we share some odd ways to use Ningxia, there are a list here of about 5 Ningxia Red shots or recipes to make these shots. One is the Atomic Fireball, the Mind Blaster. You see the one for hot flashes, Dreamsicle, and Simply Smooth. So if you need more information or a copy of this, I can make sure you get it. Let me know. Now let's talk about the odd ways to use Ningxia. We all need a little bit of weird in our life, right? Keep things interesting. So you could use it as a mouthwash, and that used for mild sores on the tongue, gums, or the gum or cheeks, and just swish it around. Ningxia Gargle. This is good for the occasional sore throat because of all the health properties in the mixture itself. Make Ningxia tea. Heat 1 cup of water and add 1 ounce of Ningxia Red. Sip as you would a tea. You could select Ningxia poultice is so basically select a gauze pad, add a tablespoon of Ningxia to the cloth, put a heat or cold pack behind it, and apply to the spot directly for a few hours. You can make a Ningxia wolfberry paste. This is how you do it. Pour an ounce of juice onto a plate. Let it sit for a few hours. As the water evaporates, it will get sticky and gooey. Apply that to a wounded area. Now, there's a Ningxia abdominal conditioner. You can use this to get things moving. Add it to something like the Genesis hand and body lotion from Young Living and massage it over your abdomen, just under your ribs to your hips. Move in large clockwise circles over your large intestine. The Ningxia lotion, add 1 teaspoon of wolfberry juice to a small amount of rose ointment or Genesis hand and body lotion. There's Ningxia for your ears. Add a few drops of the juice on a cotton swab and swab on the inside of your ear, but don't go in deeply. Your ears will feel clean. Wolfberry juice has a naturally occurring compound that can dissolve or loosen waxy substances. Add warm water to so for Ningxia enema, add warm water to an enema bottle. Add 1 tablespoon to 2 ounces of Ningxia. Lay on your right side, insert the applicator, and squeeze liquid into your colon. Hold for at least 7 minutes. Longer is better. It takes 7 minutes for the blood to circulate through your body. Finger or toe soak. Soak soak the finger or toe in undiluted Ningxia Red for a few minutes and massage the juice into your skin. Ningxia foot baths. Now, this is actually really good for those people that have calluses, they have cold feet, dry skin, poor circulation, or stiff feet. This is how you're going to do it. Get 2 1-gallon Ziploc bags. Add 2 ounces of Ningxia per bag. Fill your bathtub or foot tub with warm water. So you actually are going to put your foot in the bath and the bag. So basically, you're putting your foot in the bag that's got the Ningxia, and the bag is going to go inside the warm bath. And you will soak for 20 minutes. Ningxia massage. Next time you get a massage, whoever's doing it, ask them to use these things. Take a ½ ounce of V6 with you, add 1 to 2 ounces of Ningxia to it, have them do the massage with this mixture. Ningxia nail and cuticle treatment. This is good for broken or brittle nails, hangnails, or breaks in the skin. Dip half a cotton ball in a small bowl of Ningxia until it's dripping wet. Press onto injured area and let sit for 30 minutes or overnight. What about the next one, Ningxia scalp application? Place 1 tablespoon of Ningxia in a small dish. Wrap a towel around your head and shoulders to protect your clothing, and you can massage the juice into your scalp. You can also use like a squirt bottle for this to get it into the roots. Let it sit on your skin for at least 15 minutes before showering. Then you can do Ningxia frozen snacks, but it doesn't completely freeze entirely if it's just in those little travel packs. So you could, if you wanted to, put them in ice cubes with, add water. So you could add water to it and then put it in trays. The little cubes feel really good on bumps, bruises, cuts, and blisters. Ningxia gummies. 1 cup freshly squeezed orange juice. You need a ½ cup Ningxia Red. You will need 5 tablespoons of grass-fed gelatin. A great option to use for that is the Great Lakes brand. 2 tablespoons organic maple syrup or raw honey, and 4 drops of orange essential oil and 2 drops of lemon essential oil. In a saucepan, heat the Ningxia, maple syrup, or honey. Add the gelatin until it's fully dissolved with no clumps. Add oils and pour into a silicone mold. Let it harden, 3 to 4 hours on the counter or 10 minutes in the freezer. Now, let's really wrap up our class here. How in the heck can you get this into your life? How do you get started? Well, you could watch me drink it and observe how it's good for me, but I think the best way is probably for you to try it yourself. So this is what I would do if I were in your spot. You could choose 2 ways. There's the Ningxia Premium Starter Kit. So we have the Premium Starter Kit and the Ningxia Essential Rewards Bundle. Once you get started, one of these 2 gets you started and the other keeps you going. So the starter kit, this is a picture of the starter kit right here. You get 2 of the bottles of the Ningxia Red, and then you also get 30 Ningxia Red singles that are 2 ounces each. Ningxia Nitro, which is the one that inside of it has got the, it's kind of used for the extra focus for those people that need to have extra focus and energy. There's the B1, B2, I forget, there's this 3 B vitamins in there too for energy and focus. And then also in there, you're going to get a 5 milliliter bottle of Stress Away with, there's a little cap that you can put on it, and it's going to turn it into a roller ball so you can easily put it on and not get your fingertips messy. Then you're going to get a sample of the what is it called? You're going to get a sample of the, it's like hand sanitizer, only the Young Living Thieves version of it. Okay. And it comes in there, there's peppermint oil in that. And the testimonies that we have, that others have given, are that their hands do not get dried out when using it. And who wants dried hands? I struggle with getting dried skin, especially with hands during the fall, winter seasons, and I hate that. So it's nice to have something that does not do that for you. Okay, so like I said, that the Ningxia Nitro has a concentrated form of Ningxia infused with B vitamins, which helps with the energy and focus. And it's Young Living's top-selling cognitive fitness booster. The kit also comes with Aroma Glider Fitment, like I mentioned. Now, if you want to continue on with Ningxia after 1 month, get on the Ningxia Essential Rewards. This gives you 10% off your Ningxia, and it is the cheapest way to get into Young Living. After 4 months, you get 20% off, and after 25 months, you get 25% off your Ningxia. Ningxia Essential Rewards is $1.16 an ounce instead of $1.60 an ounce. The Essential Rewards bundle comes every month and includes a 4-pack of Ningxia Red and a 30-pack of singles. Now, the recommended daily amount is about 2 ounces or 2 to 4 ounces. I usually try to at least have 2 ounces a day, and it's usually in the morning, but you could have it twice a day if on days that you're extra tired or just need an extra boost. If it bothers you to take all of that at once, you're going to work your way up a bit at a time. I have not met anybody that's had an issue taking the 2 ounces, to be frank with you. But if there's an issue, just take a little bit at a time and work your way up to 2 ounces. You could take Sulfurzyme if you're the person that's working your way up to 2 ounces. Take Sulfurzyme to detox while you up your dose or increase your dose slowly for 30 days. Then start on the 2-ounce daily regimen. So I'm going to end with a story here. So we see some of the Ningxia products again, just closer pictures, the Stress Away. We've got the Thieves Mints. I forgot to mention those. My son loves those, so he would grab the whole box if he could. And these cute little hand sanitizers that you can stick in your pocket, your purse, bag, in the car, whatever is easiest for you. So the rewards kit includes 4 25-ounce bottles and 30 2-ounce packets. You can save almost 30 cents an ounce. So the combo pack, the Ningxia Red combo pack, it shows you the whole wholesale cost and the cost per ounce. Then the Essential Rewards kit is only available through the Essential Rewards order. That includes 4 of the 25-ounce bottles. And it's just explaining the wholesale price, the cost per ounce. So the most affordable way to buy Ningxia, it shows you these different options. And then how much do you drink? We said it's 2 ounces. Honestly, like we said, you could have more than 1 shot a day. Two shots. When I was traveling, I had several. I think I might have had 6 ounces that day, and it's not like it's going to hurt you. It's just that the recommended. Then we're going to end with a story. So this was told at Young Living's convention in 2015, and it's a story about Gandhi. But it said, so it goes like this. Gandhi used to give advice to people 2 or 3 hours a day. He'd sit under a tree and people would line up. And after waiting all day in the heat, finally this mother comes with her child and gives up to Gandhi and says, "Hey, please, Gandhi, would you tell my child to stop eating candy?" Well, Gandhi's response was, "Come back tomorrow." And the woman is a little confused. She's puzzled. But hey, if Gandhi says it, you do it. So she followed the direction. She lines up in the heat of the sun the next day, gets to the top of the line again and says, "Please, Gandhi, tell my son to stop eating candy." So Gandhi says, "Quit eating candy." She says to him, "Why didn't you tell him that before?" He says, "Well, before I was eating candy myself." You know how it is. You can't expect somebody else, like your child, people around you. If I'm a teacher, my students in class, I can't expect them to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. Something, whatever it is. I can't expect them to put their correct accents in if I don't spell my words correctly either. I can't expect my son to ask me for forgiveness or anyone else if I'm not modeling that by asking him for forgiveness. I mean, it goes, it's true with anything, whether it's nutrition or not. So here we go. With wrapping that up, you can choose how to get started. I'd love to help you join my team. And remember, when you choose to get the Ningxia starter kit, what's going to happen? You're not just getting the product, and the product alone is good. It's helpful. It's amazing. But I'll tell you what, I'm a people person if you haven't figured that out. And I really like community. This time right now, there's a lack of community just because of everything that's going on in our world. I like community. I like other people that want to be joyful, that want to have energy. I really like to be around people that are goal setters, and I want to be a goal setter too with my life, my personal life, my jobs, my health. I want to be somebody that's a goal setter, but I also want to be the kind of person that encourages other people to reach their goals. And so let's say your goal is to find a way to replace whatever energy drinks you're using with something that's good for you, better for you. And not only does it help you in the immediate, but it's going to help prevent whatever problems could have been developing for years and years and years if you let things that are like a bunch of chemicals build up and the side effects of all that, whether it's carcinogens or whatever's building up in your body. You might not see those effects today completely, but we eventually somehow we're going to pay for what we choose to ingest. You could ingest in something that's quote unquote cheaper, but down the road you're going to pay for it because you're not going to be well. Or you can pay, sometimes you have to invest more. That's a better term, because investing is making a wise choice, something that's going to help you today, not only give you the energy and the joy today, but then when you have the right energy, when you're healthy, you're more productive and you're better at your work. You're better with your family. Like if I'm grouchy when I don't eat well, when I don't eat enough, if I don't get exercise in, don't sleep well, I'm grouchier. And I bet you are too. I'm guessing. If you're like anyone else, if you're human, you're probably not as nice when you're hangry, and you're not as nice when you don't have the right things going on in your body. So let me help you. Feel free to private message me or call me if you have my phone number, and let me know how I can help you. Maybe there's somebody, maybe you'd like to rehear this in person. I'm all for the in-person thing, like I said. Maybe you have some friends or family. Maybe you have some nieces, nephews, children, anybody that you know that could benefit from this. And so you might want them to come along as well. If you prefer to be virtual right now, or the people you know want to be virtual, I could do a Zoom class with you guys and explain it. Let me know how I can service you, because I'm here to help you, and I want to share in a way that's going to benefit you and those around you. Okay, so when you choose to get the starter kit, you have two options. How you incorporate, I want to challenge you. So there's two ways. You could, number one, you could just start drinking the Ningxia, just use it. That's very basic. You can do that. It's still going to help you and you're going to get more energy. It's going to be a good thing. But option two is a challenge. You could do a 30-day challenge, take the 30-day Ningxia challenge on, and for 30 days, commit to things like a 30-minute walk, 2 ounces of Ningxia, and no sugar. Eliminate the refined sugar. And we could even do this together, and I could create a little private Facebook group for those that want to be incorporated in the same challenge at the same time. Because we tend to do better when we're accountable to other people. And if you have to say, well, did you do it or didn't you do it? We're more likely to succeed. Okay, so that's something we can do. And then I'd love to share with you this calendar so you can just keep track of it before, just keep track of what's going on. And did you drink the 2 ounces of Ningxia? Did you, today, did you add the nitro in? And keep track of, are you having refined sugar that day or not? So this wraps up our Ningxia 103 class. And once again, I'd be happy to help you. And I call myself, I label this as joyfully energized because I believe that God wants me to be joyful, choose joy every day. And he also gives us choices about what we put in our body. And so I would like to choose things that are going to best help me honor him and glorify him in the day with my energy, my attitude, and being productive. So this is what I wanted to share today, and I'm going to try to upload it to Facebook. If that doesn't work, guess what? I will figure out another way to share it. I might be able to email it. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Google or Gmail, something. I'll figure it out. Either way, if not, when in doubt, ask your child. My son will probably be saying, Mom, all you have to do is this. So we'll figure it out. Everything's a learning process. Have an awesome day. Be joyful, be energized, and be well. Take care. Thanks. Bye.